Jerry. What is there to say about Mr. Smith? He fits into the Rick and Morty universe much as you or I might. Confused, terrified, mostly kind of useless. But it's more than that. Anyone would look incompetent next to Rick Sanchez, but even by those high standards, Jerry Smith really is a special breed of pathetic. Which makes it all the more notable when, against all the odds, he manages to do something right. In this video, we're going to celebrate 5 times that Jerry saved the day, and 5 times he royally screwed things up. Spoilers ahead.
What?
There are certain immutable laws of the universe. What goes up must come down, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, and Rick Sanchez hates his son-in-law. Rick is never shy of belittling and abusing Jerry, and makes it very explicit that he's trying to supplant him as the family patriarch. He basically achieves this objective in Season 3, which makes it all the more notable in the episode The Whirly-Durly Conspiracy, when Jerry saves Rick's life. This is after an old enemy of Rick's offers Jerry the opportunity to assist in the death of his hated father-in-law. He's got plenty to hold against Rick at this point and is understandably tempted, but eventually, in his own hapless and cowardly Jerry way, he manages to save Rick's life. That's the thing with a Jerry win. You've got to downgrade your expectations. Among the many, many aspects of Jerry's life and personality that come in for ridicule are his hobbies. And in the not at all awkwardly titled Season 4 episode Star Mort Return of the Jerry, it's his love of puppetry that gets relentlessly mocked and dismissed. Just a throwaway gag? Seems that way at first, but no, it's a setup. Through a convoluted series of events, Rick has to deal with a vengeful alternate version of Beths, the Galactic Federation, and Phoenix Person. And right when it seems that all is lost, Jerry uses his puppetry skills to distract Phoenix Person, saving the lives of Rick and both Beths. And himself. As Beth admiringly points out, that means he's the only character in the episode who gets a decent arc. Good job, Jerry. Jerry and Beth's marriage is famously troubled. You could even go as far as to say that it's totally, irredeemably toxic. So it's almost a surprise that it took until Season 2 for Rick to send the two of them to intergalactic couples therapy. Of course, Jerry and Beth's relationship turns out to be too toxic for any therapist, even the most advanced couples therapy center in the universe, somewhere that Rick says has a 100% success rate. Naturally, their distorted perceptions of each other are made manifest and end up going on a murderous rampage. But ironically, it's Jerry's submissive, pathetic nature that helps him to help Beth save the day. A healthy outcome? Absolutely not. But for Jerry and Beth, it's weirdly appropriate. To be honest, Pluto has changed planetary status so many times at this point, we're not even sure it's currently classed as a planet or not. Of course, we could Google it, but who's got time to open a new tab in this economy? The point is that of course Rick and Morty was going to tackle the famous Pluto problem. In the Season 1 episode Something Ricked This Way Comes, Jerry's stubborn insistence that Pluto is in fact a planet results in him and Morty being abducted by aliens. But the twist is, the aliens love Jerry for his stubbornness. Insisting that Pluto is a planet brings Jerry fame and, most importantly, respect. The thing he craves most in the world. So it means something for the character that Jerry sees the damage he's doing, not just to Pluto, but to his own son. And in an act of true humility, he renounces his beliefs for the greater good. Okay, now, excuse us while we open Google. Right, now we're pretty sure that Pluto is currently classed as a dwarf planet, so on to entry number 5. The thing about Jerry is that whenever he does make progress, he often immediately walks that progress back, either through incompetence or cowardice, and the Season 2 episode Interdimensional Cable 2 is a prime example of that. Initially, when Jerry agrees to give up his precious manhood to save a legendary civil rights activist named Shrimply Pibbles, it looks like he's going to save the day, so it's a win. Except no, because Jerry gets cold feet and backs out of the operation, sparking off a chaotic series of events that leaves him badly injured and humiliated. Let's call this one 50-50, shall we? This feels like a good opportunity to discuss a few of Jerry's less shining moments, of which there are plenty to choose from. Let's begin with the Season 4 episode, The Old Man in the Seat. In this episode, Rick heads off-world for some personal time, leaving his unassuming assistant Gluty at the Smith house. Tattooed on Gluty's face is a simple instruction: do not develop my app. So of course, as soon as Gluty asks Jerry to help him develop his app, Jerry says yes. The result? The population of Earth is brainwashed by an addictive dating app, allowing Gluty and his people to move in and attempt to steal the planet's water supply. Way to go, Jerry. There was literally one thing you had to not do. Rick should really have known better than to give something as powerful as a Meeseeks box to his family, particularly to Jerry. But That's what he does in the Season 1 episode, Meeseeks and Destroy. The Meeseeks is an alien creature that exists only to help accomplish specific tasks, and once it does so, it ceases to exist.
Mr. Meeseeks, I would like to take 2 strokes off my golf game.
Naturally, Jerry manages to screw this up by being totally unable to improve his golf game, despite encouragement and help from many, many Meeseeks. It gets to the point that the aliens have been alive for much longer than they can handle, and they start to go insane, acting violently and causing chaos. It's only when they threaten to murder some hostages that Jerry steps up and improves his golf game. A win? Kind of, though it's a desperate solution to a problem that Jerry himself created. So, once again, we'll call it 50-50. Okay, let's talk about the Vat of Acid episode. In case you're wondering what this Season 4 episode is about, it's about, among other things, a vat of acid.
Damn it! Say the vat is good. The vat is good.
This episode's Jerry screw-up is so casual and unthinking, and yet so destructive. In the episode, Rick, being his usual horrifyingly petty self, gives Morty a time-saving device which can effectively rewind time to a saved point, like a video game. Morty then meets a girl, and in a beautiful, epic montage, we see them fall in love and fight for their lives. It looks like Morty has met the girl of his dreams. It looks like they're really going to make it. And then Jerry, mistaking the time-saving device for the TV remote, undoes the whole thing. Destroying his son's best chance at romantic happiness? Great parenting. The device doesn't even look like a TV remote. In Season 3 of the show, Jerry and Beth actually separate for a time, and as is often the case in such situations, Jerry quickly rebounds with a hot new girlfriend. Of course, in such situations, the hot new girlfriend isn't usually a terrifying alien hunter, but hey, the heart wants what the heart wants. Or doesn't want, as the case may be, because Jerry confides to his kids that he wants to break up with Kiera, but he's too scared to. Eventually, however, he does work up the courage. A win? No, because in order to get to that point, Jerry nearly lets Kiera kill Morty in Summer after telling her that they want him to break up with her. So yeah, we can't really call this a win. Not putting your kids in mortal danger is kind of the bare minimum for a parent. This final entry from Season 2's Total Rick Call is a flashback within an episode, and it's comparatively minor, but it's pure Jerry at his most pathetic. While trying to fend off an invasion of alien parasites who implant false memories in people's heads, Beth recalls a time where Jerry locked himself in their car, leaving her stranded outside with a crazed, violent homeless guy. Did Jerry let her into the car with him? No. Did he try to get out and help? No. He just left her to fend for herself. Not the character's finest hour, though the memory does convince Beth that Jerry is really Jerry and not an alien. Maybe that's not such a great thing, though.
I'm leaving.
Okay then, that was always allowed.
Sure, Jerry is frequently pathetic and cowardly, but he has his sweet moments too, and we'd like to make honorable mention of his genuinely affectionate relationship with Doofus Rick in Season 1, Episode 10. Of course it ends in humiliation and sadness, but it was nice while it lasted.
Oh my god, this is rich! I've got like 10 Ricks to call right now.